I have never started a vlog like this. One, it's January, and two, it's the evening. I never start in the evening, and I avoid January just because whenever I start vlogging, it tends to be like in the summer, and then I go through until Christmas time, and then I stop. This is the first time I've ever done one in the new year. So, Happy New Year if I haven't said it to you already. I've had a very full day. This is the end of it, but I thought it could be fun to spend a bit of time, like evening routine stuff together, and we'll see where the next couple days take us. It's too early for pajamas, unfortunately, because I would love nothing more than to just get ready for the night. If I settle into sleep too early, then what will happen is I will not sleep well. So when I put on my pajamas, my body knows it's time to unwind. So I don't want to do that from now. It is only 7:15, but I'm done for the day. You know what I'm saying? So I was sent this Tula stuff, and I've never used this brand before. I've been trying it a little bit. What I have not tried, though, is this mask that they've sent. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I usually don't care that much about masks. I have tried this overnight repair treatment. It's okay. It's fine. It is scented. I could have swore with all the clean, vegan, etc., kind of vibe of this brand, it would be unscented, but I detected a scent personally. Let's do the mask together. Let's try this. So how was your Christmas and New Year's? Mine was very nice, and I hate to admit it, but I kind of was not in the mood for Christmas this year. I don't know why. We got all the ingredients that I love. We had a white Christmas with snow on the ground. I was relaxed. I didn't have too many social obligations or things that were stressing me out. I don't know. I just was not in the mood this year. It's so unlike me. I love Christmas time. Wasn't feeling it. Sometimes there's just too much pressure to enjoy yourself. Does that resonate with you at all? Like, you're supposed to be having fun. It's supposed to be the best time of the year. And then sometimes, you just have other things going on, like your mood is not the best. So I don't know if it's the winter blues catching up with me, but I'm not going to read into it too much. You know what? We got through it. Sanity intact. And sometimes that's just good enough, right? It doesn't have to be perfect every year. Sometimes I like to sneak up early and just take off all my makeup and be completely done with makeup removal early on in the evening. Do you ever do this too? Like sometimes 7 o'clock rolls around and I'm just done. I just don't want to be wearing this anymore. I just want to basically rot on the couch. I'm using CeraVe's micellar waters and it's pretty good at removing makeup as well. What in the heck kind of crazy looking? Hold on. So this has this funny little spout on the top that I wanted to show you and I wanted to make sure that was in focus. What happens? Ooh, okay, it's a clear gel. This reminds me of ultrasound jelly. So you're supposed to smooth this on, and then I think you wait 10 minutes and then you wipe it off with a tissue. Really? Tissue off after 10 minutes, massaging any remaining product into skin. It's tinted slightly blue. It's very cooling. It feels exactly how it looks, which is like sticky and jelly-like, and it is unscented. I think that's kind of cool, but maybe unnecessary how it goops up from the top, but whatever, that's fine. It's supposed to have probiotics, and I think actually those are something you have to eat, last I thought. I'm not really sure how much effect they have on your skin. Anyway, that's Tula Skincare H2 Oasis Instant Skin Reviving Mask. Clean and effective. Okay, we'll see about that. So the 10 minutes have passed, and I didn't need to towel it off with anything. It kind of went into my skin, but it's quite sticky. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm not sure that this is better than just using moisturizer. So I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night, watch a little bit of TV, and then try and get in bed a bit early so I can get about an hour of reading in. I just love getting in bed early. Like, this is a sign of impending old age. I have friends who have so much more energy than me, but I just want to chill after like 9. Okay. I had 18 people at my house yesterday, and you've seen this house before on other vlogs. It's not a huge house by any means, and it was me and my family all crammed in here. It was a lot of fun, but I am truly tired today, so I'm gonna clean up now. One of my cousins brought this thing that she always does, which she calls toffee treats. I don't know if that's the recipe name for them. Let me show you. This tin was absolutely full to the brim yesterday. Look how much we had eaten. All it is saltine crackers, the kind that you put in soup. You put those on the bottom, you put a ton of butter over the top, and I think you maybe caramelize some brown sugar. I can't remember all the steps. I've made them before. I never make them as good as she does. And then you put like chocolate or chocolate chips on the top after you've put it in the oven for a bit, and then those melt, and then you kind of just smush them around, let it harden, and you break it up, and it's like the most delicious chocolate bar basically you've ever had. Oh, look at that. It smells like heaven. So in case you thought that Toronto was just snowy, being that we're in Canada, it often isn't in the winter. It's very rainy. Now we're getting rain for the next couple days, so perfect day to just have a nice cup of tea, some toffee treats, and relax. Art-wise, I've been working on a few things. I've been working on my sketchbook today, and I decided to just basically do a little drawing of this watercolor palette. And then a friend of mine is traveling, and they were in Bruges. So I took a photo of this, and so this is sort of my study, my urban art study of it in ink and watercolor. So that's been fun. And then on this side of the notebook is just a sort of abstract floral. I think it's very pretty. I wish I'd chosen more variation in the colors, or maybe that's what makes it nice. I don't know. But it's been fun to just relax and make some watercolor today. Recently, I got a new computer. I wanted to show you this cool feature. It's got this desk view where I can just switch it, and the internal webcam shoots my desk. This is an iMac. I totally splurged on this, and I didn't even know about this feature actually till after I bought it. One thing I'm noticing looking at this footage, though, is that it is not as high quality as when I shoot with my smartphone or another type of camera, but I think it'll do. Anyway, I'm just sitting down here at my desk drawing these flowers. I learned how to draw these from the artist Camilla Damsbo, who is, I think, a Danish artist. And she always draws these little lines in her flowers, which I find so appealing because I think it makes them kind of wrinkly and lifelike. And I'm using a brush style pen here. So this is just a quick afternoon doodle. And I think that I really like how they turned out. I'm not going to watercolor these or anything like that. These are just meant to be drawings because if I wet this ink, it will bleed. Before I start to work on my desk, I like to sit down for a little drawing interlude. I find that this is a really nice way to transition into doing some work that is relaxing and not too stressful.
Reignite the desire to get the kitchen floors done.
Just did them.
I don't know, the paint, oh, I don't know, it just doesn't hold up.
Stop it. Stop it. I hate food shopping so much. Don't say I never took you anywhere glamorous. It finally stopped raining for a brief amount of time, so I'm just out on a quick walk. Did I tell you guys I have a new channel? I decided to put even more art making shenanigans on something called Helen Avery Art Channel. It's just fledgling, but if you're into hanging out with me while I draw and watercolor, come check it out and consider subscribing. Look, a little bit of sun. I haven't seen the sun in days. So nice. Even though it is cloudy. True story, last time I visited San Diego in February, it had been cloudy and overcast like this for months at that point. Maybe 2 months of cloud. It's very cloudy here and overcast. Anyway, when I got to San Diego, what had happened was I had packed my sunglasses in my suitcase and I couldn't access them, and we had to go from the airport to the hotel, and my eyes were watering so much because they couldn't handle the huge amount of sunlight that was beaming into them after 2 months of being in darkness, basically. So, moral of the story, Great Lakes region, cloudy for the first half of the winter, generally sunnier from February onwards. There were existing houses that were actually quite lovely, and they were knocked down for these. So, yeah, they're not my favorite. And now, by contrast, not that anyone is asking me, but this one is so much nicer, even though it is also modern. It just somehow looks so much more contextual in the neighborhood. See, it suits the house next to it. I'm going to sit down and do some embroidery now, and I've moved on to another project since the last time we were talking a couple vlogs ago, a vlog ago. It's this one, which is embroidered on an old, like a vintage napkin. I think it's so cute. Everything black you see there, I have sewn, save for this black window, so I've just got to get this window done, and then I can move on to the color. So this is just like mostly black embroidery. And the color is going to be like the Bridgerton house, you know, where they have all the flowers up against the brick and it's just dangling over. Wisteria, I think that's what it's called. So this is going to be shades of purple and green up here. So I don't have too much left to do. I will certainly not get it done in this sitting. I'm going to take it with me to my embroidery social group. But it does put me in mind of the last thing we were talking about when we were sitting down here together, which is cameras. If you recall, it was complaining about the Osmo Pocket 3. And believe it or not, look how nice and soft this looks. This is my iPhone. I put it in cinematic mode and it's like taking 10 years off. It's absolutely incredible how soft you can get it to look and how good the quality is. And I'm like, I'm just looking around for some sort of holy grail camera that does not exist. Look how cute my little Altoids embroidery tin is. I keep some needles stuck on this magnet ladybug, some extra needles here, and then I usually have the thread color that I'm working with in here, so I'm going to thread some stuff up. Anyway, did I stop even at that camera? No, I didn't. So I returned the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I got a Canon EOS R50, and my hack for that was actually shopping on Poshmark. I got it for a great deal, but I got it, and I didn't like that one either. I swear I'm like Goldilocks. So in looking for this Goldilocks camera, I've really come to the conclusion that my iPhone is the best thing that I own because it's just so simple to film with and I always have it with me. Unlike the other cameras where I have to go and find them, charge them, deal with the footage. This is just so easy and this is the way I've been doing it for the last 2 years and you guys haven't complained, so it must be okay. I figure as long as the audio is pretty good, you guys are satisfied. Oh, look at that. I'm looking and looking for thread, but I actually had a threaded needle just tucked away here up in the corner. I always, like when I stop for the day, I like to actually just plan ahead for the next day so that I'm ready to roll. I knew that was somewhere. There it is. So yeah, back to basics with the iPhone. It's so funny. I have expended I don't know how many hours trying to figure out the best camera, making different videos, and I haven't really told you guys too much other than if you follow this vlog, I don't make a big fuss of changing cameras. Only to come back to Old Faithful. It's so funny. I guess just a reminder that sometimes what you have is plenty good and you don't need to always be acquiring things. You don't have to level up always. Sometimes what you have is good enough. And I think that goes for like clothing, sometimes shoes, makeup even, this kind of philosophy can run a whole gamut of life where I think we're on this treadmill to like acquire new stuff, but we really don't need it. Okay, I've changed angles a bit and added some task lighting because I can't see really what I'm doing without it. In the background there, actually, I just noticed it now, is my mulberry handbag. Do you remember this handbag from a couple years ago where I used to film about handbags a lot? I love it at this time of year. It's this beautiful, like oxblood, dark red burgundy type color. Behind it is a peppermill. Forgive. And I never keep my purse on the dining table because I think the bottoms of purses are dirty and I don't like to keep them there. I'm one of those kind of people. But I'm rearranging things today. We've been painting the house a little bit. So I've got a little badge of honor for having done that. Just one wall, nothing special, nothing that I really wanted to show you guys because it's just that uninteresting. We're just painting over like a white wall with more white paint. So I don't know how well this is focusing, but I'm so close to being done. It's literally just this window of black because I've been really tired of stitching black. Okay, I think that'll do. Yay. Gonna move on to the other colors. This is what passes for excitement for me these days. So I was able to successfully remove that little paint speck that I had. I was terrified that if I budged it, it would take out a chunk of my eyelashes as well. And I can scarce afford to lose any more because I have so few as it is, but it came off very easily. So that's a win. Kindling I've been collecting. It's time to burn it up. Have to be a bit judicious about how you poke this stuff. Bye-bye 2024. So I just have to wait for these kindling sticks to catch fire, and once they do, I'll put the big log that I've just got waiting right here on the side. That goes on the top. Ta-da! I got it going pretty good. Something really primal and warm and cozy about being next to a fire. This fire definitely calls for a glass of Bailey's. Ooh, this should be a commercial. Ooh, just a drop. Well, you know where I'm headed. Wishing you all the best for 2025. Cheers.